Hey, what's happening, guys? Welcome to another Diablo 4 quarterly update, June 2021. We haven't done these in a while, reason being they haven't been out in a while. The last one being technically BlizzCon, but it wasn't really an update as much as it was a cinematic for the Rogue, which is fine. We're back in written form. Let's see what they got for us this time. By the way, this is going to take a while, so sit back and relax. Okay, let's go. Hello and welcome once again to a new Diablo 4 quarterly update. We hope you enjoyed the Rogue class announcement during BlizzCon Online, which that's what I said. We had a blast creating the Rogue and open world video segments, sharing them with you and seeing your reactions. It was pretty interesting, it was pretty nice. The Rogue looked good. Questionable class, but it looked good. It was especially cool to share our updates as part of the larger Diablo family alongside Diablo Immortal. Oh boy. And the all new Diablo 2 Resurrected, which is hype. It looks really good. Both of which I personally can't wait to play with you all. As we transition back to blog format, exactly, we will continue to spotlight different aspects of development. Today we're going to be focusing on Diablo 4 character art, player characters, monsters, and allies. I still want to see what the fifth class is. I'm very curious because so far I haven't found a class that I want to play yet. I like me the dark edgy classes and Necromancer, Witch Doctor, which there hasn't been anything like that this far. So I hope the fifth one, that's what it is. Art is a critical part of what makes Diablo. Well, Diablo, true. Our signature randomized dungeons will not feel like Diablo without the ominous lighting settings as the mood, as players uncover horrifying details around every dark corner. Combat only feels visceral thanks to carefully crafted animations and visual effects that make spells and abilities sing. And while stats might make or break an item, we often can't wait to get our hands on a piece of gear purely because of how incredible it looks. So this part, combat feels visceral and crafted animations and visual effects. Diablo has always been great for that, you know. If you watch my previous videos, like I'm not like the biggest fan of Diablo 3, but like I even said in the previous one, I believe, combat feels really good. I really enjoy Path of Exile, but I find that Diablo 3 combat is like a million times better. Just the animations, like you can see they have a budget, you know what I'm saying? Like everything looks really good, feels really good. The skills feel really good, you know what I'm saying? So, again, animation is perfect. Visual effects, very good. The spells look good in Diablo 3, Diablo 2, whatever. I never had a problem with the art style, and again, I said this like in the previous video. I never had a problem with the art style in Diablo 3. I know it's one of those like points that Diablo 2 fans like really hate for Diablo 3, and I'm a Diablo 2 fan, right? I mean, I played it back in the day. I played Diablo 1 back in the day, so I'm the real deal. But I never had an issue with Diablo 3, and like I said before, it feels like a painting mostly. I didn't have any issues with the art in Diablo 3, although I know that a lot of people did. They didn't find it dark. They found it very World of Warcraft style, which I guess it was, but I also enjoyed World of Warcraft. So again, another same game, they're completely different. Diablo and Warcraft are completely different, but I didn't have any issues with Diablo 3, and I also think people kind of like exaggerated a bit how the game really looks. I think it was pretty damn dark. Look pretty damn good. Anyways, character art is equally important as it encompasses two of Diablo's key elements, classes and monsters. The look and feel of the classes has always been one of Diablo's secret ingredients, each class instantly recognizable and imbued with a strong and unique personality. 100%. 100%. Once again, to compare it to Path of Exile, you could be playing any class in Path of Exile and they could all be playing the same almost. Like the same, because they have, they share the skills, right? So there's not much difference between a duelist going archery or a archer going archery, while in Diablo each class is very unique, oftentimes with unique resource management like in Diablo 3, which I really enjoyed. Like you're really playing different classes. It feels really, really different, and that's very true what they said here. Diablo 4 offers players more customization options than ever in a Diablo game, which makes achieving the result more challenging, but the outcome is well worth it. More customization. Whenever I see something like this, right away, microtransactions. They're gonna give you some stuff in game to unlock, maybe through achievements, but I can guarantee you're gonna be able to pay for this. Like, oh, you want like gold armor or something? Pay up, real money, let's go. I could be wrong, but knowing how Activision works nowadays, yeah, I don't think so. Your barbarian is different from anyone else's, but still feels undeniably like a barbarian. With monsters, the focus has been on creating new foes and updating classics drawn from the pantheon of atrocities in our previous games, while using new processes and technologies to their to fullest. Good. Classics drawn from the pantheon of atrocities in our previous games. 100%. I mean, Diablo monsters have always been like super amazing, super freaky, super disgusting, whatever you want. If you just think back like all the previous games, they're very original monsters. They're very cool. You know, they encompass all your fears, right? You're gonna find something that you're afraid of in one of these games for sure. To give us a better look at everything involved in the process, I now leave the rest of the update in our hands of our very own art director John Mueller and his team. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to your thoughts and reactions. As always, let us know what topics you want to hear about in the future. Be sure to stay tuned as we're planning to delve deeper into the topics of sound design and endgame systems later this year. This is it. This is the big one. Endgame systems. All right. My only problem with Diablo 3 was this. Well, this and the items, but really the items are the endgame systems. Diablo 3 had no endgame. Like rifts are not endgame. They're just like that's not endgame. I'm sorry, that's bullshit, right? Where you can adjust your difficulty to how difficult the game is. That's not endgame. That's you can make it as easy or as hard as you want. That's not endgame because you're setting up a system where everybody can change the once again the difficulty. Like it doesn't work like that. That's not endgame. And also the items. If it talks about items, endgame items and whatnot, again, my biggest issue in the previous game, Diablo 3, you could get your full items with like 3-4 days of playing the game. So after a week, you stop playing because nothing else to get. Oh yeah, you can get like a 1% better version of the item. Nobody cares unless you really love the game or something, which I did. But even so, you get bored after a while. Anyways, our beautiful and iconic Hellfiend Lilith. This is a capture from one of the in-game cinematics, so not the one that we've seen, rendered in the Diablo 4 game engine. This level of detail is new standard for how we present the major NPCs, classes, and monsters in Diablo 4. She looks great. I think she has like some extra makeup, I'm not really sure. One blue eye, that's pretty cool. That's freaking awesome. She looks really good. I really enjoyed the first cinematic we saw from Diablo 4, the one with Lilith. Like it looked really good. But then they came out with the Rogue cinematic, and you could see like it was done in game. Like I feel like it didn't have the same level of graphics, right? I feel like this first trailer was a CG trailer, and then the Rogue trailer was an in-game trailer, which is fine. It's not a problem, right? It still looked great, but it did not match the CG trailer, which Blizzard is very famous for their CG trailers. It's like they're like the best in the business, straight up, and it's been like that for God knows how long, years and years and years. All right, so this is John Mueller. Let's go. Hi, y'all. We're excited to do a deep dive on the character art of Diablo 4. For Diablo 4, this is a pretty exciting topic for our team because so damn much has changed from Diablo 3. And it feels like they're really like trying to distance themselves from Diablo 3 from what I read so far with the item update and whatnot, which is good, but I don't know. I think like Diablo 3, the only thing that needed was just to adjust the item drops. Like the items, I didn't mind the items in Diablo 3. I did enjoy set items. I know some people didn't. They prefer Diablo 2 items with the yellows. Though Diablo 2 had set items as well. I enjoy set items. I just think they were too easy to get. You could get like a full set like in 2-3 days. Like it doesn't make any sense that you're getting the fucking like all pieces of your set in like 3 days. Like it does not work. But anyways, just increase the drop, reduce the drop rate. I don't know, but whatever. Let's go Diablo 2. That was really good. Diablo 2 was really good because it take you a while to get your set, or you know some of the strongest items you take you a while, man. You have to like farm for them or like gather resources to trade for them because otherwise like you'll not see them. You'll get to hear from our lead character artist Arno Kotelnikov, Nick Chilano, our associate character art director. They will be sharing a lot of cool visuals from our ongoing development related to character art, and we're revealing here for the first time. There's a lot of work in progress here. Our goal is to give you an early look at content to get a sense of the direction we're taking. I don't know a lot of caveats though, as at this point the work is a very good representation of what you will see when the game is in our hands. Cool. When it comes to the topic of character art, I can say we've had an epic journey during development, so let's pull back the curtain and take a look. First, I need to give a big shout out to our amazing character art team, engineering team, animators, lighting artists, and technical artists. Without them, none of this would be possible. It's cool that he recognizes the team, that's pretty nice. When I think back to the beginning, I think at the highest level our goal was to make the characters in Diablo 4 look as artistic and as handcrafted as possible using the latest tools and techniques. Great to hear. Over time, our ambitions around what we thought we could achieve evolved and really solidified into what you see today. Cool. We wanted to use the latest tools and techniques, but we did have a concern about leaning into realism in a way that wouldn't have that handcrafted feeling we felt was fundamental to a Blizzard game. We didn't want the characters to feel procedural or generic because of these processes. We also embraced realism in terms of materials and character appearance. I think the realism in terms of materials and character appearance. So that means like we're not gonna get like some insane shit like shoulders, reaching 2 meters, or helmets with like 50 million jewels in them or something, you know, something like again you would see like in Warcraft, World of Warcraft, or like your guy is like goes from like looking like a twig to like being like all jacked because of the armor is like 4 times their size, you know what I'm saying? So I guess they might be going something like more realistic, like maybe like fabrics and pieces of armor. I'm trying to think of like Diablo 2. The only thing I can think of is like the triangle from my necromancer with the skull helmet, which yeah, besides the helmet, I guess it looked pretty real. Nothing like too out of the ordinary, like nothing too insane what you would see like out there. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. It makes sense. I think the touch point being the amazing pre-render look from the Diablo 3 cinematics. I don't remember this. Pre-rendered look, Diablo 3 cinematics. I remember that part with the expansion where the dead guy takes that scroll or whatever it was from that cave there with those other guys. Like that's the best description I can give. That's all I remember really. I don't remember too much, but yeah, it's true. They weren't like it wasn't like anything insane unless you count the angels. They were a bit out there, I think. But it's all good. We love those, and it felt like a strong foundation to build upon in regards to the characters. So now we're getting like before we're like trying to distance ourselves from Diablo 3. Now we're trying to get closer to Diablo 3. I'm guessing in the art department. It's all good. It's all good. You know, there's some good stuff in Diablo 3. Like I said, they should be taken from there. Inspiration. They should be taking inspiration from some parts of Diablo 3, right? We love those, and it felt like a strong foundation to build upon. Yes, I already read this. We thought it was ambitious, but possible. This, of course, is a simplified summary of the thousands of conversations it took to achieve the results we have today. But what's meaningful is that during the journey, nobody was arguing for our limitations. That's what means having a huge budget like Blizzard does. Nobody ever said we shouldn't, we couldn't, or we can't. Everyone said yes, even when it meant starting over or throwing out work. Everyone really pushed and brought their best to this work. I think this is one of the truly unique aspects of Blizzard. We all said yes and instead of no because. It's a wonderful aspect of working here. Once again, I said, if you do have the money that Blizzard does, it would be a slap in the face not to be able to pull something like this. You know what I'm saying? And back in the day, Blizzard really, I believe this statement to be true from like old Blizzard. I really do, because back in the day, Blizzard, like, they were famous for taking their sweet ass time with games. Like, your game would be late like 4 or 5 years and you'll be happy about it because they were working so hard on it, polishing so much of it, and the game just looked great when it came out. Now, with the latest Blizzard games, I don't know if I trust this anymore. You know, after all the crappy games that came up in the last couple of years, well, not crappy, but just like cash grabs, shallow games that came up in the last couple of years, I don't know if I can trust this anymore. You know, that boat sailed a long time ago. I appreciate what he's saying. I hope he's right. I hope I'm wrong. I get what he's saying. I hope this is all true. I hope there was like no budget limit. I hope that like the team was really implicated. The team was really dedicated to making Diablo 4 work. I don't trust Blizzard anymore. Like since I would say after StarCraft 2, around then, each and every one of their games have been shallow and cash grabs and just try to squeeze as much money as possible ever since the merger with Activision. Surprise, surprise, right? But anyways, that's another story. I hope he's right. I do hope he's right. I do hope this is a return to form. I really do. The singular focus and commitment to quality led us down a very long, winding, and challenging path to where we are today. The challenges required us to completely rebuild a rendering engine and authoring tools. We needed to assemble a world-class character team comprised of artists, tools, engineers, rigging specialists, lighting and surfacing experts. This was a complete overhaul. Good to hear. Once again, you have the money. You're making freaking billions. Like this should never be an issue. This should be expected. This should be expected from Blizzard. This shouldn't be like a big deal. Like this is what we expect from Blizzard and Activision. They're making billions just through like microtransactions. Like, you know, like seriously, like it's good, it's great, but this is what I expected. Alright, now you can choose from a variety of personas and customize them with a slew of detail options during character creation. Amazing graphics, I gotta admit. A lot of writing, a lot of cuts. Seems like the cuts are always there. Different makeup, different colors. It looks really good, you know, for a game like Diablo, which you'll never see the faces this close, unless like a in-game cinematic or something. This looks really good. Even the armor looks good. Again, fairly like, you know, not like too outwardly the armor, like very like basic, you know what I'm saying? Cloth, leather, you know, just very basic, right? Once again, Activision, I worry about all this is like at the character creation, but if you want this, you gotta pre-order the game or something, you know. This is like if you get the battle pass or something, you know what I'm saying? You can unlock all these through battle pass and somewhat. Again, I don't want it to happen, but I'm not putting it past Activision. Some of this stuff being stuck behind like microtransactions. Well, people will pay for sure. Different haircuts too, I just noticed. This is really good. I really enjoyed the customization. Like it's really good for a game. And once again, for a game that you don't get to like zoom in on a character, like this looks really good. I don't know how much will be in practice. It kind of reminds me a bit of like games like, you know, like something like shit, what was it called? Divinity Original Sin 2, where like you build your character, like these top-down RPGs where you build your character, you spend like 50 minutes, 1 hour building your character, hair, like makeup, this and that, and then the game starts and 5 minutes later you're wearing 5 minutes later you're wearing like a helmet and like armor and you can't shit on what you customize. It's like thanks, like it just did all that for nothing. Yes, there'll be options to probably remove the helmet so it doesn't show and whatnot, but still like it looks really good. It looks really good. I just hope it's not for nothing, you know, in a game like Diablo, right? But it looks really good. I love me customization. Who doesn't? You're gonna spend a lot of time just creating your character, right? I'm gonna make my character extra edgy. I can guarantee you that, just to make sure. All right, we made massive improvements to the level of detail, the surfacing of complex materials like skin, cloth simulation, hair, fur, metal, even down to the details of the highlights of the eyes and rivulets of perspiration. Again, who's gonna see this? Who's gonna see this? This perspiration? Like, did you know what Diablo is? Like, you're looking at your character from like 10 kilometers away, man. You're not gonna see like perspiration unless, again, there's cutscenes where they zoom in on your character. Then that's possible. Then that's fine. I just hope, you know, you're not spending money in like random shit that doesn't like serve anything. Unless, then again, they do have a lot of money, so maybe they can do it. I appreciate it. I just hope it's not for nothing. You know what I'm saying? We built a robust character customization system that is entirely into Diablo, and it was a daunting amount of technical character work. These solutions had to work not just for a single character, but for hundreds of componentized armor sets, different body types. Ooh, different body types. Does that mean you can like change your body type? Can make them like fat, slim, whatever? Tall, short? Dozens of unique personas? Or are they just comparing like different classes, right? I don't know. Dozens of unique personas, probably different classes. It's like a barbarian and a rogue will be wearing the same armor but like different body size. Dozens of unique personas and completely unique art for unique art for 5 distinct classes to start. So the 5 classes of the game, they're probably getting unique armors, unique swords, unique something, unless they mean like the bodies themselves, the faces, whatever. This was an entirely new challenge for our team to tackle. Good, good. I love me some customization. Bring it on. I can say now, with the hard work behind us and the comforting steady hum of our pipeline, that it was all worth it. We hope you agree when you play it that it really enhances the overall experience of the character's journey, exploring the world of Sanctuary and makes the story, the gear, and the ways you see the characters of Sanctuary that much more enjoyable. Most importantly, we hope you feel the love and care we put into creating the gear and characters you will see in the game. Beyond just living out my most awesome barbarian fantasy, we're honored to bring this work to you. Ah, Blizzard. We hope you feel the love and care. This feels like your ex coming back to you and telling you like how much I love you and how much I loved you back in the day and how much and this and that. I don't believe it anymore, man. I do not believe it anymore. Like you had like so many chances and you screwed up each and every time. So I don't know anymore. I hope this is the truth, but I just cannot trust Activision anymore. I can't trust Activision anymore. It looks good. It looks great so far. It looks great. I hope we're not getting like screwed over this. You know, hope we're not getting our we're not getting excited for nothing. We're not building hype for nothing. You know. We call this our layer scene. Players will customize the look of their character here in our exciting new wardrobe system that allows you to mix and match hundreds of armors components unique to your class alongside custom color palettes to create the class fantasy that best represents your character. Looks good. It looks amazing. Everything looks amazing. Everything. It looks really amazing. It looks really amazing. Some Arab hints, probably like you're like in Lut Golem or something close by, somewhere in the desert, Act 2, you know. It looks really good, man. And again, not too crazy if you notice, nothing too like insane, you know what I'm saying? Nothing too like out there. It's really like fairly basic, which is good, which is very good. I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. So this is basically like your customized screen, right? You go here, like you change the stuff that you want. I'm just wondering though, it says mix and match hundreds of armor components unique to your class. Does this mean that basically you can do something like transmog from Diablo 3, was it? Where you can change the look of any one of your armors, which I guess it's fine. I'm a type of person who prefers to like who prefers the fact that if you get like an impressive, super rare piece of gear, for that to be unique to yourself and really to be able to like show that, right? Instead of like just like changing your look to whatever you want. You have like the most amazing piece of gear on you, but like you change it to like a level 1 helmet or something. You know, you have like a level 99 helmet, you change it to like a level 1 looking helmet. I'm not a fan of that. I prefer people to like show what they're wearing in reality, you know? Not to be fooled by like, oh, this guy's not wearing anything. Oh no, wait, he's wearing like the latest armor, but like he changed the looks of it, you know? Unless this is extra to the armor. So for example, the armor could be like I don't know, the pants and like this thing here with the arm, but like the straps and maybe like these straps are extra, you know, for this class or something. Or like the gauntlet is extra for this class only, you know. It's kind of like it doesn't have any stats. It's just kind of like customizable like cosmetics or something, which once again brings me back to microtransactions, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? Again, a lot of writing on the person. It looks great, man. The graphics are out of this world. Again, cloth looks really good. A lot of like little like metal parts and shit. And I guess this is so. If this is for the, if this is your customized screen for the warrior in the desert, this is your mage screen. This is a mage, right? It has to be, which is kind of like in this library or something, like this old ass castle or some shit. It looks good, man. The graphics look really good. Again, I just hope, I don't know. I just personal opinion. I hope that what you wear is what shows, and you can just like change your level 9 dress to like a level 1 dress because you feel like uh, just because you feel like it. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong though. Again, just personal preference. One of the benefits of the investments we've made in our character art development pipeline is that now most of our story cutscenes will be rendered in our engine using the game models. Okay, so that's what I said before. So basically, that explains why they look so good. Probably gonna like zoom in on your characters and whatnot. That's pretty cool. I do enjoy when games do that. When you're really gearing up your character and the camera zooms in on them, you kind of like see your work that you've done so far and the work that you put in your character, and zooming in like makes it like really stand out. That's very cool. That's really like makes it like a more personal. It makes it much more personal with the game. Like you feel like you're really in charge of this character, or if you prefer, you are this character. If you want to go that far, for some people. Um, in previous Diablo games, the high fidelity cinematic story moments were all pre-rendered. That's it, and that they look really, really good. And I think this actually takes much more work than the in-game engine cinematics, which, again, they're trying to sell for us this time, which is okay. Plenty of games do in-game cinematics. That's cool. We will still have those amazing cinematic moments from Blizzard Animation, which is, I'm thinking, the original initial CG trailer for Diablo 4, which again, when you compare it to the Rogue trailer, is like day and night difference. Like day and night. It's really really good. But again, nothing against in-game trailers. Even for in-game, it looked really really good. But now we also have cinematic moments that feature your character up close. Perfect, I love it. Rendered in our game engine. We have been working closely with the legendary Blizzard animation team to bring as much of their knowledge in our process as possible. Legendary Blizzard animation team, 100% true. This is 100% true. They are legendary. The Rogue Announce trailer was a really fantastic collaboration where we were able to push the limits of our tech and tools. Like I said, this is in game. You could see it. I even called it, I believe, when I watched this trailer. And for in game, it looks really good. I mean, it looks really good. It doesn't look super good, but that's only reserved for the Blizzard cinematics, so it's fine. The Rogue Announce trailer was created, yeah, there you go, entirely in our. That's exactly what I said. That's exactly it. And again, desert or something, horses, which again, microtransactions guaranteed. Get your money out, get ready with your money. Armor, once again, very basic, nothing too crazy. A skull here or something on the horse. Um, Looks cool. Looks cool. Very dry. It looks very like hot and very dry, which it's perfect. We're getting to geek out about how good things look up close, but all things Diablo are in service to our isometric point of view. Yep. The fidelity we put in the characters and the balance of details all has to work with our game camera. True, absolutely. Those looking closely will notice we like to work with bigger shapes on the armor, and we tend to reduce things that affect readability. I think we found a sweet spot of detail that retains the readability, works well with the environments, but also keeps things looking grounded, exactly 100%, which is super important for this vision of Sanctuary and how we present the world to you, our most important critic. Again, they're like really like sucking up to the customer. This is purely like corporate talk, 100%. I just hope I just hope there's meaning behind these empty words, because everybody could say, "Oh, I care so much about you guys, and you guys are the best, and I love you so much." In reality, like you don't give two fucks, and you're just like, "Okay, get their money." You know what I'm saying? And companies pull that shit all the time. They're like, "Oh yeah, you're our most important critic. Buy the game. We love you." You buy the game, then like you don't get support ever. It's like, "Oh yeah, no, listen, we're gonna move to the second game now. We're gonna do a sequel. We don't care about the previous one. What happened to all the love and all that shit? Oh yeah, no, we moved on." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this purely corporate talk. Like, I hope once again it's actually true. But Activision, nope. Well, I'm really happy with where we have arrived. I know we are going to keep pushing the bar at every opportunity, and at Blizzard, releasing a game is just the beginning. I hope you enjoy the rest of the deep dive on character art, Arnaud and Nick. I know I keep saying Activision, I keep saying Blizzard, but at this point, for a while now, I don't believe that Blizzard exists anymore. All the people who used to work at Blizzard are gone. Ever since being taken over by Activision, you can see the changes are night and day. And once again, when Activision bought Blizzard, it was like, oh no, we're gonna be like hands off Blizzard. We're not gonna do anything with Blizzard. They're their own studio. They do whatever they want. We're not gonna touch them. And as soon as they took over, microtransactions just started popping up in all Blizzard games as they were coming out. You know what I'm saying? And before that, Blizzard never had microtransactions. And this was back in the day when microtransactions were available. So it's not like some, microtransactions didn't exist. That's why Blizzard didn't have them. They could have had plenty of opportunities to do microtransactions back in the day, and they didn't. But Activision, they're known for that shit. And surprisingly enough, they were hands off Blizzard, yet somehow it's all cash grabs. So you know what I'm saying? It's quite something. Um, and of course all the other issues Blizzard had in the past couple of years with China, with don't you guys have phones, with Diablo Immortal, and so on and so forth. Moving on. So Arnaud, lead character artist, thanks for joining us. I'd like to dive into character customization and some of the visual improvements we developed for Diablo 4. Diablo 4 has more in-depth customization for your characters than we've had in any previous Diablo games. You'll be able to change the face of your character, that's excellent, the hairstyle, the facial hair, beards and eyebrows, and add jewelry, nose piercings or earrings, perfect, love it. Makeup, love it. Body markings, excellent. We saw the writing on the person, such as tattoos or body paint, excellent, love it. You'll also be able to change the color values of your character's skin, eyes, hair, facial hair, and body markings. Again, all this is like very basic, like character creators. Look, something like Skyrim, you can do all this, you know. But again, just like I said, Skyrim, you play 5 minutes and you're already wearing a helmet, you can't see shit no more. Some elements will be class specific, good to hear. Very good to hear. To support the classes' unique backgrounds, but many will be shared between classes, allowing more possibilities to mix and match. You can see some examples of these customization options throughout this blog. Nice, let's see. Now I want to talk about some of the challenges we faced. Dark fantasy meets realism through physical-based rendering. Diablo 4 is intended to have a look that is grounded in reality, what we've seen so far, and to achieve that we need to follow some basic rules of color value, such as PBR, which means our materials look and react to lighting in a realistic way. The challenge for the 3D artists is to transfer the color of a concept drawing to a PBR value. For example, in PBR, silver is a very bright gray, almost white, and the reflection of the material makes it look darker. All the characters in Diablo 4 follow the PBR rules to ensure that our characters look as good in daylight as they do in dark dungeons. Perfect. It's good to hear they have a system going. This is excellent. It really means that they did look into this and they're ready for whatever they're building, whatever they're working on. This is great. Expanding the dice system, ching ching, microtransactions. Tools that empower players to customize the look of their characters help build a stronger connection to those characters in the game. Our dice system allows you to change the color palette of your armor pieces, such as changing silver to gold or replacing a white cloth for a black cloth, gold, to $10. Each part of the armor can be dyed, including the helmet, chest, gloves, legs, and boots. You can dye each piece with a different color palette if you choose, or apply the same palette to all of them. You know who had this? I just realized, Wilson. As much as like nobody played that game after the first week, that's what Wilson had, I believe. Yeah, I think they did. Yeah, they did. Yeah. You can like basically dye all your armors and whatnot. Again, personal problem with this one, I'm gonna make everything black. So that's kind of sucks for me. Oh man, well, we'll see what's up. The system is challenging to implement because materials such as metal do not allow themselves to be dyed with inappropriate colors when they follow PBR rules. No. To address this, we added data to our armor that identifies specific materials types and tells the dye system what color goes on what material, such as leather, fabric, metal, and other specific surfaces. The result is the armor that is dyeable in a range of colors that still feeling grounded and realistic in the world we're building for Diablo 4. And they don't have to like dye out the whole armor, right? So for example, you have like a piece of armor like a helmet, right? You don't have to dye out the whole helmet red. You can just do like certain like touches of red, like maybe like around the eyes, maybe like the horns or something. Just certain parts red, like it was in Wilson once again. Oh, there you have it. Here's an example of the Barbarian with various dye palettes applied to his armor set. It looks awesome, man. Also, the Barbarian looks different from what we've seen in the concept art. I kind of like expected like an older guy with beard, but then again they said you can customize them, so that's great. That's great. But this looks, oh yeah, the black, there you go. Black and gold, perfect. That's all I need. It looks really good. The colors look very, very good. Oh, even this one, black with silver. Excellent. Yeah, it looks great. So like I said, not everything has to be like changed color-wise. For example, like this leather parts. No, they're being changed actually. Oh, they're really changing everything. I guess the gold stays the same. No, they changed to silver. Even the helmet, everything. Interesting, interesting. Boots? Huh? I guess this stays black? No, this... Oh, maybe this stays black. I'm not really sure. But, okay, they're changing everything. Interesting. Anyways, yo, it looks amazing. It looks amazing. It looks really amazing. I hope the dice are once again unlimited. Once you find one, you can use it forever. And, it's not like use a die for each piece of armor and that's it. You gotta buy more or something, An example of a sorceress armor set die with three different color palettes. Okay. Let me open them up next to each other. Black looks good, of course, as always. I love the leather, how it looks. Like it's like a bit washed, This always stays black. That's pretty cool. I love it. The boots also stay black. The weapon doesn't change either. Yeah, it looks good. I love the black and gold. It looks really nice. Looks great. I love it. Customization so far, A+. A close-up look at our camera. The game camera is one of our top priorities, as we want to make sure the character looks good and readable from the isometric perspective. It's the first thing we consider in character development. That said, the player character will be displayed in a lot of different ways throughout the game. Whether that's the character customization screen, the inventory paper dolls, social screens, and in our real-time cinematics, which will often zoom in for a closer view of the character than in the rest of the game. To support that, we have added an extra layer of texture called detail mapping. Detail mapping is a small repetitive texture applied on top of the material that bring more sharpness and detail to the main texture. Every armor set in Diablo 4 has two body types. Here is an armor set for barbarians with some subtle differences between the two. Okay, so they mean like male, female. Okay, I get it. I thought it'd be like different classes wearing the same armor. That could still be the case, but male, female makes sense as well. Obviously, hello. It looks amazing. It looks fucking amazing. Because it's so far like customization, armors, looks, A+, 100%. Let's fucking go. Another example of different rogue body types wearing the same armor set. Nice helmet. I love it. Again, not too crazy, like not like super like gigantic, like 80 horns, coming out or some shit. Just like looks creepy, but looks restrained. It looks great, man. Is this two different males? Or is that a female? So, because if it's two different males, that means you can customize your character, how fat they are, how big they are, how muscle they are. I wish it would tell us, but it just says like body types. Okay, alright. Here is a video clip in slow motion of the rogues, which we record in our real-time engine. You can really enjoy the details and see how the light reacts to the materials. You'll also be able to see some of the customization elements that I talked about earlier. Please note the environment is a test scene, yes. The Malar is used to look after their characters, and many of these armors and works are works in progress. And yes, I know they're changed to everything. Nothing is final. You want to get like suit or something. Is this HD? Yeah, it is. I mean, honestly, this could be I would love to play an RPG with these graphics. Like, I would love to play like something like Divinity with these graphics, man. They look really good. Oh, this guy looks deadly. Ooh, nice helmet. Like a crow or something. Running animation? Yeah, I mean, the engine is out of this world. I'm glad to see this. Blizzard has always been like a leading force when it came to graphics, and then they stopped doing it because they want to make more money with like people having cheaper PCs and consoles. than to work on graphics. They rather like make sure it's more available for a wider audience to make more money out of it. But I'm glad to see this. Maybe, you know, the newer consoles, they're able to like pull this out, and more powerful PCs nowadays. Clipping, which whatever, it's, you know, whatever. It's not the end of the world. Love it. This guy looks like a monk. Oh wow, sick. Some sort of a ninja or something, samurai or something, a mix. What is that helmet? Wow, that's a ninja. Scorpion? From MK? The body paint or tattoos. Crossbow. It was great. The skull to the shoulder. Gold coins or something? A spell? Stealth? So, you know, you can see you have like two different types of rogues, range and melee. Backstabbing and stuff, you know? Or crossbow and... so dual wielding like knives, or like crossbow or bow and arrows. They look really good, man. I mean, these graphics look better than some of like the third-person view games nowadays or something. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that looks sick with the eye. Love it. No. A bit of clipping. Like I said, that's fine. You're not even gonna see this like in the game, like as you're playing the game. But hey, listen, I kind of want to play like a third-person view game with these graphics now, or something else, like a first-person view or something. I don't know. Okay, this has got to be like a set item. It looks fucking amazing. I love it. Holy shit, it looks good, man. Wow, that looked really good. That really looked really good. I really enjoyed the last piece of armor. You know what, they say that, you know, like it's more grounded for Diablo 4, but I don't mind seeing like outlandish pieces of armor either. I love those. Here is another slow motion video of the barbarians. Please note that all these armors work in progress, etc. Let's see what's up. But give me fucking Necromancer or like a Dark Knight or something, a Death Knight or some shit. A giant maul. Got some fur on the armor there. Jesus Christ. Love the fur. It makes sense for the barbarians, you know? Living in a cold, coming from a cold environment. Mount Ariat, was it? That's gotta be a skill. Shockwave or something, you know? A lot of fur. I love the, I wouldn't be surprised when they say like some classes get special, like touches. I wouldn't be surprised if the fur is what barbarians get. Whirlwind. Yep. We all know Whirlwind when we see it. Jesus Christ. Fucking Conan, dude. This is like straight up Conan. Which is amazing. This guy's jacked. Jesus Christ. Honestly, if they don't bring me a dark class for class number 5, if there's no thing like a Death Knight or a Necromancer or even a Witch Doctor, which I also love in Diablo 3, or something like similar, I might go Barbarian. The other classes like don't interest me. Druid, I don't care. Rogue, they look cool, but I don't really care. Maybe Rogue, I don't know. Sorceress, Sorcerer, don't give a damn. What was the other one? Barbarian, sorcerer. That's it. Barbarian, which it looks good, man. I wouldn't mind having like a huge two-hander and just going wild, you know, Conan on the enemies, you know, because these guys look vicious, man. Like you're getting up in their face, you're gonna see a lot of blood with them. Look at him, man. Shao Kahn, Jesus Christ, this is Shao Kahn, again from Mortal Kombat. Like, come on, it's him. Everything, even like this belt buckle here, like right in the middle of his chest buckle, whatever the fuck you call it. Even the hammer, this is like Shao Kahn. The helmet, everything. Ooh, Jesus Christ. Wow. I love that he doesn't have like chest armor, it's perfect. I hope this is how the actual armor is. No chest armor, it's like the chain or some shit, you know? Wow, this looks deadly. That guy's jacked. Look at this guy, man. You know those memes like, this guy touches your girlfriend in a club, what do? You can't do shit. You're dead. Muscle definition, insane. Insane. Again, maybe like end game armor perhaps, sitting down, animation wise. Yo, it looks really good. This gets me hyped. This looks really good, I gotta admit. This is just scratching the surface of what's to come in Diablo 4 in terms of character customization. The team is dedicated to delivering the best quality possible, and we hope that players will enjoy all the options we have available for customizing their characters in Diablo 4. Alright, next. Nick Chilano, Associate Art Director, Characters. Hello everyone, I'm excited to share with you our vision and our process for making monsters in Diablo 4. Ooh, monsters. With monsters, success requires that many different things come together, but it starts with the player feeling satisfied in killing it. True. That means the monster also like scary and horrific looking, hopefully. That means the monster needs to visually match its gameplay and have a gory demonic twist to it. There you go, there you have it, that's what I said. They should look like something you have not seen before, as well as something, taking something visually familiar and brushing it with a Diablo paintbrush. So yeah, you take something like when they did the goat man, you take a goat, or goat men have been present in the, you know, in stories and legends and whatnot, but like the goat man, for example, you take a goat and you make him into a human, and it looks fucking weird and scary and horrible. It looks like the devil or something, you know? You have not seen before, as well as taking something visually familiar, so that's what it is, and brushing it with Diablo paintbrush. That Diablo brush applies a level of detail and understanding of gameplay needs, a level of artistry, and a demonic Diablo theme to all our monsters. Perfect. Excellent, I like it. Visual design and gameplay intent. For me, everything starts with a goal. Typically, it's a goal from design and what this monster needs to do, and what the player experience should be. Making games is a collaboration. Sometimes a visual concept helps drive an idea, while another a paper design is enough. Ooh, we're getting some monsters, hold on a sec. The Blood Bishop. Our game design goal for the Blood Bishop was to make a caster who would cast direct damage and create AoE bombs for areas of the Nile. As for the visual notes, we wanted a high-level boss based on this is a boss? Based on vampiric blood and magic. We knew we wanted to double down on the notion of a heart shape. Okay. For the function of the blood magic. That naturally led to the notion of arteries creating these blood clots, interesting, that explode to cast the AoE effect design needs. Nice. An exposed beating heart was the natural visual choice, so the organic pulsing we see, the flowing arteries, and the blood-based VFX, all combined to reach an aligned goal the team could get behind. The success here is when the game design needs were met in a true Diablo way. Let's see this. Wow. It looks deadly, man. Jesus Christ. It's like all meaty. It's all meat, basically. What a meat. It's all meat. You don't know if this is like a cloak or it's just meat. It's just meat. Giant like cross. Freaking awesome. Looks great, man. It looks great. Like, even like the graphics, indeed, they look like dark. They look like more realistic, let's say. Look at his face. Jesus. Sick. I love it. 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 Looks really good. Oh yeah. Now look at the detail, huh? That's insane though. Again, for a game that this is not like Dark Souls. This is not you getting up in the monster's face. This is like gonna see this monster from like 10 kilometers up high. Like I don't get it. Like it's really detailed. It's really good. I kind of want to see a different type of game with these graphics. Ew. That's horrible. Wow, it's just a piece of meat. Sick. Looks great. What is this? Oh, a zoom in. Nice. Thank you for that. It looks very disgusting, and I love it. Jesus Christ. It's all alive. It's all moving. I get what they said about it being a heart, pretty much. With the arteries, yeah, pretty much. I get it. It's really interesting. It's really cool. Love it. The Skeleton Lord. This process was similar, but this time we had a visual concept to work from. The undead Skeleton Lord is made of few skeleton and body parts, with sinew and blood connecting it all together. Something we felt fit our game visually, definitely. That led to a design lead wanting to create a fight based on this character. The design team was able to create a unique fight based on bone visuals, summoning skeletons, bone walls, necromancer skill, to restrict pathing and leveraging the giant staff. One attack as the Skeleton Lord, smashing the staff into the ground and creating a shower of exploding bone shards. Even though the art was created first, the design team leveraged its look to help theme a fun and interesting fight we all enjoy. So is this another boss? Could be another boss. Or maybe like a rare enemy or something. Let's take a look. I can definitely see the blood and sinew. Ew, Jesus Christ. The pain wheel with a bunch of skeletons there. Yeah, it looks great, man. You know, the skeleton, all the bones like all attached together. A bunch of hands coming out here. Again, a bunch of like skulls. The face is like surrounded by metal. A lot of this stuff looks very painful the way it was created. You know what I'm saying? Some metal here, like a robe or something, some rope. Damn, it looks good though, man. It looks good. Like he's trapped inside this helmet or something. The metal is for the cape. Got it. Just like hammered in his body or some shit. Wow, it looks fucking awesome. It looks fucking insane. Jesus Christ. That's gonna be a horrific way to like live, huh? Or die in this case or whatever. Jeez. All bloodied up. Wow, it looks insane. Yeah, great details. The pain wheel. Chains. Again, like a meat and like bone just like stuck together. Yeah, there you go. It looks really good. It looks really amazing. The right artistic detail for the game. We also need to look at our assets from two main focal points. Our game camera and a closer full body size camera. Yeah, this means we need to understand what is important and what is supporting these elements in terms of overall shape language and finer secondary and tertiary details. Like I said, you're not going to see this guy up close. You're not going to see him like this close. You're going to see this guy from way up. You're not going to see like, you're not going to look at him from the top, which is insane. That's why it looks so good. It's insane. Levels of artistic details is always a challenge. Details need to be readable for the game. Colors need to group well. Silhouettes need to stand out, as well as being built for performance and movement. Yep. Understanding this is key to allowing our monsters to look great from our isometric camera, while also delivering stunning details up close. Unless, again, there's a cinematic or something, getting up close to them, which would be cool, I gotta admit. The spider feeding upon and birthing spider spawn from a bloated corpse has a great visual design. This is gonna be good. The spiny legs and back thorax instantly tell you what it is. That thin look of the legs as it moves down to a thicker body give it a nice balance to settle the shape language from top to bottom. The saturated red of the spider on top of the cooler and more subdued body help pop the spider visually, so your eye catches it as soon as they show up on screen. When we look closer, you can see the spectacular highlights on the bloated body, the torn and pulled flesh, horrible, and the bulging pustules, horrible. So up close, gruesome details are visible from the game camera because of the clear shape and color grouping. Nice. I already hate it. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's... That's very unsettling. If you hate spiders, you really, really don't want to be playing this game. Yo, basically the spider took over. It's controlling the body, and it's like it's all like full of like spider egg sacs and shit. It's basically while it's controlling the body with like its legs. Jesus Christ. That's fucking horrible. I'm sure these guys will have an amazing way they'll be dying. It's like all like puncturing the body, like from the back, from the shoulders, from the front. Just like control it. Well, the rest of the body is all used for like spider eggs. Oh my god, it's horrible. I love it. Again, I'm sure these guys, when you kill them, they're gonna like either the spider's gonna get off and you're gonna have to fight him a second time, or like they're just gonna like blow up or some shit. Oh, that's so nasty. God damn, that's really impressive. Yeah, it's horrible. Thank you for the zoom-ins and the camera angle. Jesus, oh, he's even got like little thorns. Oh, that's great. That's super painful. The succubus is another great example of an interesting and clear visual read from gameplay, with finer details that don't get in the way of the game camera but really raise the visual bar. At the game camera, we see a familiar silhouette, a winged demon hovering to seduce its prey and attack with magic from a distance. As you look closer, you see intricate details in the cloths, translucent skin on the wings, as well as materials like gold clasps, stitching, and embroidery to the outfit. We also see the wings are attached to the base of the head. Interesting. A detail that needs a closer look to see, but doesn't complicate the look from different cameras. So the succubus, and oh yeah, you're right. Look at that. Look at the wings. They are from the head. Weird. That's a weird design. I don't think I've seen this before on a succubus. Also, look at their fingers. They're super long. Great flow too. Great movement. Looks great. Love the colors. Glowing eyes. Long, like tentacle fingers. You got like an extra pair of hands here. Of course, the question is, are they naked? No, they're not. Diablo 1 succubi, they were like naked. Well, yeah, they were naked actually, all the way. Not a thing they were all the way. They were wearing like a thong or something. But besides that, you could see like they were like showing everything. Of course, different times back then. But they look great. This looks more like something in Diablo 2 succubus. In the expansion, I believe they were present in Act 5, I believe. But again, the wings coming out from their head is very interesting. I wonder how well that works, really. Oh shit, nice detail. Like, wouldn't that mess up your head? Again, me questioning like demon logic, you know? Oh, well, you can see like the veins and shit, like a bat or something. Pretty cool. Again, I want to see something like this in a different type of game because it looks really good. It looks really good. A modern pipeline. In order to achieve this, we needed the process and technology to realize these amazing and honestly disturbing creations, especially the spider one. That's horrible. To do that, we have built a world-class team creating monsters and demons at a level of quality that raises the bar for the Diablo series. And I also hope, like all the previous Diablo games, you do have it's all about quality, but it's also like good quantity, you know. So it's not like the same 3 demons over and over again. But so far, they've been pretty good at that. In all Diablo games, they have like a large selection of monsters, different acts, different monsters, sometimes recolors, but usually like different monsters for each act, a ton of them. So I hope they get this here as well. I'm sure they do. PBR gives us the ability to create surfaces and materials that look realistic and accurately react to lighting in the world. Great. Leather can look like leather, metals like metals, and organic surfaces can feel appropriately squishy and fleshy by comparison. And once again, we've seen squishy and fleshy in the spider, which looks goddamn horrible. Or the blood, Lord Bishop, whatever it was. This knight is covered head to toe in metal and fabric that reacts differently based on lighting. Are we getting RTX for this game? They talk about lighting a lot. Maybe, maybe not, who knows. You can see nice details and materials breaks on the hard surfaces that your eyes expect to see. The detail grounds us in a world we all visually know and understand. The difference from a scale pattern of finer metal to large, hammered iron next to gold trim is rarely apparent. Ooh, nice. So this is an enemy? Huge ass shield, nice. Spikes. Wow, look, sick armor. I love the look. It looks sick. And yeah, you can have like the finer details here by the arm, like the cloth. Legs also. Yeah, it looks awesome, man. I can't wait to kill dozens of these guys at the same time. But it looks really good. It looks, again, the design, I gotta admit, the design for Diablo 4 is spectacular. For sure, you have like something with a shield, like a defensive stance or something. You know, you attack them, they block or some shit. They like then they attack you or some shit. I hope so, anyways. Cool. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. Yeah, like I said, the cloth. Shield looks great. But it's a different picture here. So different like what? Different like models. This one's white, that one's red. The spear. And the guy with the spear. Perfect. Organic surfaces also are represented accurately in our engine. So yeah, it's true. Before we see like metal and cloth, and we see organic. Fur, bone, flesh, and fur look really good, especially on the player characters. And blood are all visible and react to light accordingly. This is a Diablo game after all, and we know these materials will be important. What is this? Oh, Jesus Christ. What a horrible creature. Looks like a boss or something. So, first I was like Cerberus or something, 3 heads, but no, it has like 4 heads, 5 heads. This set is like barely like developed, like no eyes and shit, it's probably like blind and shit. Fur. It's like all wet. A chain. Yo, it looks amazing. It looks like this one has like double eyes. It looks like some sort of a creation that shouldn't exist, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like all deformed and shit. Like perfectly demonic, evil, excellent. Wow, that's a lot of attention to detail. Huh? The fur and the meat. The bone. I'm like, ew, that's disgusting. But like, it feels like there's like another mouth over here or something. Another mouth is like trying to develop here, but like he can't or he won't. Oh my god, it's horrible. I love it. Yeah, bone, fur, meat, perfect. Blood. Different image? Yeah, it feels like this is the ribs they're showing here, but this is like, again, the mouth that like wouldn't like really turn into a mouth or whatever. So that is a brief rundown of some of the things we look at and value when it comes to monsters in Diablo 4. We really enjoy creating games, monsters, and demonic creatures that bring out an emotional response from our players, from fear or revulsion to the excitement of slaying them in a true Diablo fashion, and we will. In closing, I like to say that there are moments as a developer where you are just making the game day in and day out, and you don't always take time to appreciate the craft and display. The privilege to see every day. It's true when you're creating stuff, you don't really realize sometimes what you're doing, you know? You just kind of like it's a job, so like you're not really paying as much attention. I love that we are doing these blogs to give you all some insight into our progress and process. It's a great opportunity for us to reflect on the journey, share our art, and appreciate the craft of our teammates. We hope you like what you see, and please share your comments on your platform of choice. We love to hear community feedback. It's really been a labor of love and an honor to create for you, and we can't wait for you to play it. Thank you for joining us, and keep an eye out for our upcoming blog update next quarter. You know what? The spider is fucking disgusting. It's design-wise, it looks really, really, really good. Like this is like A+ quarterly update. This is really. It looks really good. It looks really good. I have nothing else to say. It looks really, really great. The customization looks amazing. The monsters look amazing. The detail looks insane for a game of this scope. not the scope, but this type of game for a isometric type of game, it looks insane. The level of detail. Once again, it makes sense if they zoom in on your character. That's perfect. But even for the enemies, they look freaking disgusting, and I love it. They look insane, and it looks really good. A plus for this quarterly update. Once again, I always love the art in Diablo 1, 2, 3. It's really good. Nothing to say there. It's always been great. It's always been awesome. Even Diablo 3, I loved it. A lot of people hated it. Just personal preference. But this looks like really good. Like it really looks like a much more realistic approach, especially like you look at images like this one here, which if you click on it, it won't appear. But it's just like ew, it's nasty, man. It's like something you see like in a horror movie or some shit. And yeah, so far, I gotta say this has been a very positive blog post. I enjoyed everything about it. My only worry, my only complaint would be microtransactions. With this level of customization, I'm sure they're gonna sneak something in. They will have to sneak something in. Pre-order bonuses for sure, which is fine. Collector editions bonuses, which is fine again. That has been present for like dawn of time almost. When it comes to video games, but I can just see something like a monthly update. Hey guys, we came up with like new five new dies, $5 each every month, or like a new, I don't know, cosmetic helmet or something, or cloth or something, just like $5 here, $2 there, and they're making billions on this side, when I am the type of person that believes that everything should be found in game, and once you start paying money for like even cosmetics, you start paying money to look better than everybody else, then that kind of like defies the point of like hunting for this type of gear, because why should you hunt for something when somebody could just pay money for it? You know what I'm saying? So that's like my only like complaint about this. Again, nothing's been confirmed. I could be wrong. I really hope I'm wrong, but it's Activision. I have some serious doubts I'll be wrong, but whatever. I could be wrong. I hope so. But besides that, A1, 100%. Love the design they're going for. I love the characters. They look amazing. The armors look good. The customization looks insane. The monsters look freaking evil and disgusting, which is really good for Diablo. It looks really, really, really good. Anyways, there you have it, guys. I can't wait for the next one. I can't wait for the next class reveal. Blizzard, please, for the love of God, give me something dark. Give me a Necromancer. Necromancer. We played Necromancer for like 2 games now. Give me like a Death Knight or something, Something like insane, Or a pet class could also work. I also enjoyed those. After all, Necromancer, Witch Doctor, that's what they were, right? We'll have to see what's up. I hope it's something dark. I can't wait for the next one. I really want to see what's up. I really want to see the end game, what it's going to look like. That's going to be a make or break kind of deal for me. I'm going to play the game anyways. I'm going to buy the game anyways. But yeah, there you have it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one. Peace out.